someone that lost either the spouse and the children to an accident, such person, whether you like it or not, he will have mental health problem. And the person or that particular person will think of committing suicide. Because it will be very difficult for such person to come out from it. When you have children, grown-up children, and wife, you lost it. They'll be looking at it, where will I start from? You can start from somewhere. The only way you can start is for you to come out of it and face the future. Because there was a time I spoke with someone. I told him, I said, if this your wife and children, if something now happens to them apart from death, what will you do? Maybe it's sickness. You are now spending money. What will you do? There's nothing. You cannot question God. So everything happens because God allows it to happen. And there are some things that happens that God has purpose for it. We have family problems. We have job problem. And one other thing also is unemployment. Unemployment can also make someone to commit suicide. When we look at this our lagoon, when going to Ireland, that is Third Mainland Bridge, we have a lot of people that have committed suicide on that bridge. Some of them, by the time you ask, they will say that they are graduate with first class. There's no job. There's no job. And they believe that jumping into the lagoon is the solution. It's not the solution, because by the time they jump into the lagoon, employment will not come. There's no employment in killing yourself. So unemployment can also make someone to commit suicide. We have death of loved ones, history of previous suicidal thoughts. And also, suicide is multifactorial. Multiple precipitating circumstances can apply to the same person. What I mean by that is, all what we've been talking about since, someone, a particular person, can either be experiencing two or more of such problem, which can also lead to suicide. Thank you very much. Please, I'd like to drop the mic for my colleague to continue from my stop. Thank you.
The Deputy Commandant, sir. I have been directed by the Deputy Commandant to kindly inform us that there will be at least 3-minute leg stretch within the hall. Please, I will request the trainees to stand up and just stretch your leg. We've been sitting for over 2 hours, and which is not too good for our health. I have also been redirected to convey to us that it has been increased to 5 minutes. Please do have 5-minute leg stretch. Please, no noise. settle down, please. Settle down, please. One house. Let's settle down, please. Our colleagues will be going to mosques. You know that. The earlier we settle down, the better for us. Kindly come to your seat and settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down while we round up the lecture. The deputy commandant left with his cap, huh? No, that's yeah, it's gone. Okay. Yes, now. That's just it. At all. Please, 1 minute. With the kind permission of the Deputy Commandant, I shall now call on Mrs. Susan Naft for the second segment of the lecture.
The Deputy Commandant, sir, please permit me to observe the already well-established protocol. I am Naft Susan and I'll be concluding this lecture in the next few minutes. Please endure with me. I'll be talking about some verbal and behavioral clues to suicide risk. Suicidal individuals give clues of their intent. When people are thinking of committing suicide, they actually give clues. They leave clues, but you won't know. And that's why we are taking this part. So that if someone around you is actually thinking of committing suicide, you will be able to identify and help the person get help, even if you cannot help the person. So I'll be talking about signs that somebody is having that idea, that thought of committing suicide. And remember, please, the fact that someone is actually having one particular clue does not mean the person is going to commit suicide. But a cluster of clues can warrant that you need to take caution with the person, or you need to help the person. Sometimes you can't just neglect the fact that somebody says, I'm going to kill myself, and you say, this one that likes life, he or she is not going to kill himself. So now let's look at some of the clues they give. Some of them are verbal, that's they say it out. They don't actually tell you, I'm going to kill myself sometimes. They just leave the clues. So let's look at the verbal clues they give. Number one, I'm going to kill myself. Some persons will actually say it in the midst of problems, I'm going to kill myself. My family will be better off without me. When you're talking to somebody and the person keeps saying, my family will be better off without me. Some persons feel like they're a burden to their family. People that feel that way will feel they should just go away. So when someone says that my family will be better off without me, the person is giving you a clue. Or someone says, I can't go on any longer. I just feel like dying. I can't move on. I can't go on. That is a clue. And caution needs to be taken. Peradventure, you are with someone here and the person is not with his family, and the person is saying, I'm going on a trip. The person is giving you a clue. Or somebody tells you, please tell my family goodbye. The next thing that should come to your mind is, can't he call his family and say goodbye himself? But somebody is telling you, tell my family goodbye. The person is giving you a clue that he's about to do something. And if someone says, I wish I'd never been born, I wish I was never born, what is in this life? This life is just useless. If someone says that and keeps saying that, the person is giving you a clue that the person is actually having suicidal, and the person could even be sick, and the person is saying, I just want to go to sleep and never wake up. Or the person is in so much pain, and the person is saying, I just want to sleep and never wake up. Such persons could take pills and actually commit that act. So these are clues that people could have such suicidal ideations. We are saying this so that when we see it, we should be able to identify it. Either we help the person or we help the person to get professional help. Now, behavioral. Some people, when they are about, definitely something is wrong with that person. Socialization. Somebody that socializes normally and stops socializing. This person just keeps to himself, no longer hang out, no longer make calls, no longer smiles, doesn't really greet, he just goes, stop socializing. Then that is a clue that something is wrong with such a person. Use or non-use of money. Some will begin to spend money lavishly, while some will just decide not to spend money at all. They just leave the money there. So all of these things shows that caution should be taken. If someone has a previous history of suicide attempt, that somebody has attempted suicide before, it means you should always be careful with that person. The person can still try to attempt suicide again. When someone gives away his prized possession, for example, my father has a very nice wristwatch he loves, and he doesn't play with it. And all of a sudden he says, take. It means I should think twice and say, why is this man giving this thing he loves so much that he wouldn't even allow anybody to touch? So most times when they want to kill themselves, they give their most prized possessions. They give it out. Oh, you come, take this, take my car, take this, take that. Some of them will put their houses in order, begin to share properties and all of those things. Then when someone is doing that, you should wonder why the person is doing that and try to get help for the person. Quick, unexpected recovery from deep depression. So when someone is depressed for a very long period of time, and all of a sudden, you know that this person has been unhappy, this person is depressed, and the next day, the person is just all of a sudden happy. His morale is high, he's playing and he's drinking, he's happy, doing a lot of fun things. Then you should wonder, because most times when people want to commit suicide, they just have this happiness and they just come out of the depression just like that. People don't come out of depression immediately. It takes time. But when someone just all of a sudden becomes so happy, then with caution needs to be taken. Some people leave suicide notes way before they commit suicide. Some would have written it somewhere and keep it. Sometimes people never find the suicide note, but peradventure you find a suicide note someone has written somewhere, or the person writes poems about death, tells you stories about death, or sings about death, then you should think something is wrong. That's also a behavioral clue. I would feel so bad if somebody I know commits suicide. Why would I feel bad? Because a little help, a little care you give to somebody can make that person to have a change of mind. So that's why we are bringing these signs to us, so that whenever we see such, we would be able to identify it and quickly help such a person. Now let's look at a few steps for managing suicidal thoughts. How do we manage these thoughts? Number one, ask. Someone has a cluster of these clues, and you have seen that this person feels like he's not going to, he feels like he or she can't continue with life. Basically, what happens with suicidal victims or people that are having suicidal ideations, they feel that the problem they are going through is so much, is so intensified that that pain they are going through, they will never get out of it. So what they always want is to look for a way out of that situation. They feel that for them it's like a dead tunnel, like there's no lights, there's no way out of it. Their brain, they don't have that cognitive capacity to think that there's hope. You know, some of us are used to saying, hope, Desha. There's hope. Even though when we know that, we don't even know how we are going to come out of it. But for these persons that have these ideas, they feel that there's no other way they are going to come out of it. It's a state of hopelessness. They don't have that coping skills. For example, somebody who loses 10 million naira, probably the person was scammed, could the next day say, you already see this person out there trying to make money. Say, okay, I just lost 10 million. How can I get that 10 million back? I can do better. I can even make 50 million this time. Why some other persons could spend months at home and say it is finished. So we all have different coping skills. So for people that have these suicidal ideations, they feel they cannot cope. And that's why you need to be there to help them, because you have a better coping skill. So the first thing is to ask. It's not an easy question to ask. When somebody is giving you a clue, you can ask, are you thinking about killing yourself? Yes. It's not an easy question to ask, but we can ask such persons. And some of them just want to talk. Do you know asking that question could just make them snap out immediately, and they'll just be like, they find it ridiculous. Like, seriously, sir, I was actually thinking of killing myself. That could help. And sometimes they will talk about their problems. And just talking about it could give them bring them into a state of hopefulness. So, you can also try to keep them safe. Reducing a suicidal person's access to highly lethal items or place is an important part of suicide prevention. For example, somebody is always talking about killing himself, or you have asked the person and the person actually said it, I don't feel like going on with life. And you're living with that person, and the person goes to the toilet, he sees sniper. He keeps going to the toilet, he keeps seeing sniper. What will happen? One day, the person will just pick sniper and drink. Or there's a leather weapon, there's always knife everywhere, or there's a gun. Such people who have such ideation can easily pick such thing to end their life. So you keep them safe. You reduce access to leather weapons, anything that people could use to kill themselves, you keep them far away from it. And lastly, be there. Listen carefully and learn what the individual is thinking and feeling. It's always good for us to be there for persons who are going through life stresses, who are going through difficult situations. Like I said, not all of us have the coping skills to cope with problems. We all have challenges in life, but not everybody comes out of it. If you are experiencing suicidal ideations, here are some ways to help reduce the thoughts and get you back on track. I know sometimes we could find ourselves in situations where we feel like there's no way out. I feel like I should just kill myself. Maybe I should just go away and end this whole thing. If you are having such thoughts, regardless of your situations, there are some things you need to do. Number one, identify triggers. What are those things that makes you feel like you should just kill yourself and end it? Some people, alcohol. Some people, when they take alcohol, they will have that mind to say, let them just do that thing. So if you know, whenever you take alcohol, that thing you've been thinking about, it gives you that morale to say, I'm going to do it. You stay away from alcohol. For some persons, it's the death of a lost one. Anytime you hear about death, somebody dies and you think, what is in this life self? Let me just also end my own life and let it end. Such person needs professional help. You can either talk to someone or you try to get help. Remember, feelings are temporary. Feelings come and go. I can feel so sad right now, and in the next 1 hour, I'll see something that will make me happy and I will not be sad again. Do you agree with me? I know as veterans, we have gone through a lot of difficult situations in life, some that we never felt we could come out of, and we are here today. Very difficult situations. So feelings, they could come and go. Struggles could come and go. Stresses of life, they are just a part of life. But if we have the coping skills, these things will pass. They will pass and we'll always get to a better place. We'll always get to a better place. So we should see feelings as things that will come and go. Not like when you're passing through such struggles, you think, let me just end it. There's no way out. No, there is always hope. There's always a way out. Take care of yourself. If you're having suicidal ideations or you're feeling so extremely depressed, take care of yourself. Exercise is a very good way of easing stress off. Eat good food. Sometimes just go to the bank, withdraw that money, give yourself a nice treat, and go and relax. Just forget the problem. Sometimes these things help. Just do as if there's no tomorrow. Enjoy yourself. Relax yourself. You could do things that are fun to you. Pick up something new and start to give yourself hope. And you'll find out that you actually feel better. Most times when I'm in my extreme low mood, for me, it's music. I just play music I love so much. And the way I would snap out of that mood would be so amazing. It would be like I wasn't even feeling low, like the few minutes back. So we can identify these things and do them. They will make us feel better and happy instead of feeling like we are in a hopeless situation. Because you will agree with me, wahala no dey finish. Oh, do you agree with me? Yeah, so we have to find a way to cope with life struggles and stresses. Build a community of support. It's good to have friends. I know that sometimes we feel like they are not good friends, but they are actually good people. Even if you don't have anyone right now, look for, there are some people that naturally, they are so cheerful. They play with everybody. Once you see them, you start smiling. Look for friends like that. Build a support. It could even be from your religious group. It could be from your religious group. Just look for, get a good support that can make you happy. Get active, and that's, you find something active to do. And don't just sleep on the bed all the time or nurse your feelings. And also you can get professional help. Now let's really talk about prevention, and then from there, conclusion. How to prevent suicide? Limit access to means of suicide. We all know that people keep using sniper to kill themselves. So reduce means of suicide such as pesticides, firearms. Early identification helps. So if you can identify somebody who is thinking of committing suicide, it will be better it will help to reduce such thoughts and save the life. Support and access to therapy. Please get professional help. Get professional help. We have counsel departments here, or wherever you find yourself, get professional help for the person. Adding barriers on bridges. I don't know why Nigerians have felt so cool about jumping into the third mainland bridge or bridges. Probably they feel that's the easiest ways to end their life. I think the government needs to put barricades, very high ones, because every now and then people keep jumping over the bridge. I don't know. So I think adding barriers on bridges will really help. Economic development. We all know that the economy is actually frustrating. But if the economy is better, I think suicide will also reduce. Preventing childhood trauma, increasing social connection. Now to the conclusion. A suicidal crisis is a normal response to very severe psychological pain. You may be at a point where you are struggling to find the strength to get through one more day. Sometimes you feel like, I cannot live one more day. Like, can I actually get through this pain? It may not seem like it, but there is hope. There is hope. And your hope, your help can even be tomorrow. You can heal your pain without ending your life. Whatever is happening to you, some other persons are passing through worse situations. So you can never heal your pain by ending your life. You can still be alive and still come out of that pain. Note, suicide is not a healthy option. Respond with empathy. Whenever you find somebody who is depressed, please, let's try to empathize with people. Let's show care to people who are going through difficult situations. That small care you give to somebody can actually save that person's life and give the person hope to live again. Listen to people, and most importantly, get professional help. Thank you for listening.
What an insightful and educative session. For want of time, we will not be able to take questions and contribution. Remember earlier I said they are our internally resourced persons. So if you have question or any doubts to clear, kindly go to the counseling department for that. Thank you for your time. Well, at this juncture, I will invite the Deputy Commandant, Major General E.A. Anario, to give his remarks. The Deputy Commandant, sir.
The Director Code, gentlemen trainees, of course, to 2023. The resource persons are on in counseling department. I think that is an incisive lecture, very good, organized by the Directorate of Coordination. I feel all of us, or most of us, or those of us that have some little challenges should always go to counseling department. And it must be one-on-one. One-on-one in the sense that you pour out your heart and the other person respond. Please, it should be confidential when somebody is talking to you, and you providing solutions to him is very good. After all, there's this music now. It's a wahala, you know, they finish. We try to enjoy. So tomorrow is Friday. Try and enjoy yourself. We'll solve all your problems. And I want to tell you, I'm being practical. If you don't want wahala, just go JJ to your village. No, none of your village people will kill you. You always think that, my village people will kill you. Go to the village. You enjoy. Don't carry wahala on top of your head because you have money now. You want to go and marry a second wife or third wife or fourth wife because the Bible says you should do that. The Holy Book says you should do that. No, you are carrying problem to yourself. Enjoy yourself. Do you know, as you clap now, blood will start circulating very well. But if you don't clap, na you sabi o. It's part of the stress management, and I'm very, very happy that you have a course senior who is an entertainer. The man that will talk to you for like 1 hour here now. You forget all your sorrows. You think about, what is this man? You'll be laughing. How many of you believe that when you dance, you ease up problem? Okay, let me tell you practical example. These things that they are saying is very, very key in our life. Last year, I went for my third attempt for promotion to Major General. And you know, I've already asked my friend in MPB that what is my take-up when I leave as a Brigadier General. He said, Ogano, you get. I said, I'm planning myself now. What is wrong with telling me? So I went for the last one. with my prayer, with other people, I was there and we finished. So when they said the board is sitting today, final sitting today, you get feelers now, especially those of them that are in Jos now looking for masters. So in the evening, no, throughout that day, I went to office, came back, and I was in Zamfara operation, Hadar and Daji. I just played my music from that 12 o'clock till, I think was it till 5. I was just playing loud music. Your DOT was the same block with me. I was just playing my music, dancing, no drink, nothing, just playing my music, dancing, and from there, I went to play golf. There's more mini golf course there in front of 1 Brigade. I came back, continued with my music. So around 5 o'clock, I now went to church for evening, if you know RCG, Redeemed Christian Church of God. So 5 to 6, went to pray. And before from there, somebody called me. I said, can you keep secret? I said, which secret? Can you keep secret? I said, what? Who is that? They say, just keep your mouth shut. Congratulations. I didn't understand. Office phone and left. I looked for that number. I don't have true caller. That was how, when I finished from the church, the reliable person now called me, say, congratulations that you've been promoted, but just awaiting promulgation. So I went back. I continued my music. So please, gentlemen, everything is not lost. Provided you are alive, everything will come back to you. Please don't take your life because somebody annoyed you, or you hear a strange news, or this and that. My father's property has been damaged, destroyed. I so think. Once you are alive, just thank God. There are people out there. The people you are seeing here now, they are your friends. They are your money. If you don't realize that, it's better for you to realize it now. This is your cause. They are your money. If you don't interact with anybody, are you sabi? Remember, life is short. Enjoy yourself. But the question I will ask the madam, you said you go to bank, withdraw your money, enjoy yourself. Where the money now? He said go to the bank and then withdraw money, enjoy yourself. Ask them now whether they have I'm directing the question to you. How many times have you gone to bank and withdraw money, enjoy yourself? No, be practical. Okay, that's that. But above all, don't take your life for anything, because it's in the army is even a chargeable offense. Abi? Yes, you will not get entitlement, or they will not pay your family, because if you go and take your life, they will not go pay, they will charge you. Because you are not the one that created yourself. So why do you want to kill yourself? You brought yourself to the army, let army take care of you and bury you properly when you die natural death. Please, nobody is going to live for another 100 years. Here. Do you know that? Huh? All of us in this room, 100 years, will not read, will all go. Huh? We'll all go now. So enjoy yourself now. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to visit the wards and sergeant anywhere and see the people that will enjoy themselves tomorrow. If you lie, don't come out. But I'm not going to buy you anything because I don't have the money.
Shall we please give the Deputy Commandant, Major General Emmanuel Abore and Nario another round of applause. Shall we rise as the Deputy Commandant takes his leave? We may please sit. Do have a blessed day. Kindly stay back, please, for announcement from the court senior.
Oh, thank you very much, classmates. Please, we will reunite here by 15:30 hours. Please, I want all of us to be seated by 15:30 hours. That is 3:30, because Oga is coming in by 15:45. Mode of dressing, I'm coming. Civil clothes. But please be well dressed. Please be well dressed. Thank you. Compliment.